Alright, welcome guys. Today I'm going to be playing Sid Meier's Pirates. I think the sound might be a little loud still. Let's bring that down there. So we're going to jump right in here. This is the, looks like 2005 remake of this. This is a game that I played years ago, originally with a friend of mine on, I believe, the NES. And so this is a 3D remake. So let's see, it began with a celebration. Indebted for years to the Marquis de la Montalban, a family's prosperity was soon to be restored. Their fleet was due to arrive on the morrow, carrying both their hopes and their salvation. But the celebration was befouled by an unwelcome guest. The Marquis himself arrived, bearing ill tidings. The fleet had been lost, and the debt had come due. The family's property was seized, and they were pressed into bondage. But one of them would not be a slave. And so it was that the brave young scion escaped from his family's fate, swearing to save them and one day avenge the Marquis's foul deed. 10 years later, now grown to his full measure, the young adventurer began his quest to find his family and restore their fortune. So I think that's going to be a seeking passage to the new world. You inquire at, if ye be looking for passage to the Americas, ye can sign up here. Alright, let's give this guy a name. So this is going to be us here. Our name today is just going to be John. We're just going to re-familiarize ourselves with this. I haven't played this in quite a while, just downloaded it earlier. So we're going to be John. You need to sign on as part of a crew. The captains at yonder tables will gladly take ye aboard. There be French, Spanish, Dutch, and English ships a-looking for able-bodied lads such as yourself. Take your pick. So we've got sign aboard with the French, sign aboard with the Spanish, sign aboard with the Dutch, sign aboard with the English. I really like this guy's smug look here. So you can choose, your four kind of starting factions or nations you want to be affiliated with. So we're going to just choose the Dutch here. Welcome aboard, Mr. John. We sail with the tide. I probably should have given him a Dutch accent. The crossing was fraught with terror and cruelty. The captain drove the ship and her crew to breaking. Oh, what a jerk. Hands off. Don't touch it. Oh, we're gonna fight. Pushed beyond all decency, the crew mutinies. Free and under full sail, the ship and its crew are at your command. You make your way into the Caribbean. A fortune to be had. A family to rescue. Revenge to be served. Your destiny awaits you. Okay, so we're gonna sail into Curacao. Is that how you say these? I don't know these Caribbean names. The Dutch capital of Curacao, population 4,800, is brimming with wealth. The wealthy merchants of Curacao are usually looking for spices and sugar to transport back to Europe. Do you talk to the governor, visit the tavern, trade with the merchant, consult with the shipwright, divide the plunder? We don't have any plunder beginning. Check status or sail away. So let's start with checking status. I believe whenever you sail into port, these are all your, you get the same options here. So our status is going to tell us about our fleet. We are the illustrious Captain John. You started your career in 1660. The Buccaneer Heroes as a Dutch captain. So remember, we aligned with the Dutch. You are currently an apprentice captain with skill at fencing. You are now 18 years old and in excellent health. Your crew of 40 is very happy. So we do age in this game, and I believe at a certain age we are forced to retire if we have not yet been exiled by our crew, caused that mutiny. So in our fleet we have gold, food for 6 months. We don't have any luxuries, goods, spice, or sugar. These are your kind of trading commodities. And then our cannons, we have 8 cannons, which we can fend off other pirates or pirate other ships to grow our fleet. And we have no special items. And then we can, down here, we can look at our other pieces. We can see our fleet. So we have a sloop called the Revenge. It has 40 crew. We can carry up to 75 crew. And we have 2 types of cannons or cannonballs on this. I may not be remembering all of these things correctly, and then we can rename this here. We have no specialists on board. Let's see, this is my personal status. So I have no rank with anybody. I'm just starting out, right? I haven't defeated any of the notorious pirates, haven't found any of the treasure, and I haven't completed any of the quests. This is our captain's log. This tells us our relationship with, or the relationship between all the nations. So the Spanish and English are at war, the Spanish and French are at war, the Spanish and Dutch are at war, and the English and French are at war. So since we're affiliated with the Dutch, we can, in theory, we can attack Spanish ships with impunity because they're at war. We don't want to attack French or English ships, or we can ruin the relations from our mother country on that. So you see, January 16, they started a war, and then we visited the town here on that. We don't have any treasure maps. The world map, we can kind of zoom out and see around this. So and scroll around here. The game takes place in the Caribbean, the Gulf of Mexico, and the northern part of South America here. And we can get around. You can see what each city, each port, what nation they're affiliated with. And then where we are presently as well. Let's go here. The top 10 pirates. This is kind of your in-game rankings, right? These are the 9 pirates notorious pirates that I can defeat. They, of course, have lots more gold plundered than I am. We're right at the bottom. Somehow we're still number 10 on that. We can climb that leaderboard. And then our Piratopedia, this lets us look up a lot of, it's an index for a lot of terms and things here. Then we've got our system options, which we're not going to go into. Return to game. So that we can always check our status and do that. Consult with the shipwright lets us make repairs to our ship. Trade with the merchant will let us spend our gold to get supplies or goods that we can trade and grow our wealth that way. Visit the tavern will let us recruit new crew members, and I believe get rumors, possibly find lost treasure map pieces and things. And then talk to the governor is if you're affiliated with that or you have a good standing with that nation, you can get quests. You may meet the governor's daughter, who you can try and court and marry, and you can move up ranking with that nation through diplomacy with that. So let's start there. Let's talk to the governor. My dear Mr. Joan, please come in. I don't know what a Dutch accent is, apparently. You may be interested to know that we are at war with the evil Spanish. I am pleased to offer a letter of marque, which authorizes you to plunder and sink the ships of our enemies. So like I said, we'll be able to fight and take off any Spanish ships, loot and plunder them with impunity because we're at war from this letter of marque. As this map will show, the nearest enemy city is the Spanish city of Puerto Cabello, which lies a short distance to the south. Alright, so we get some information on our map, and we're kind of guided towards maybe we should go plunder this city. In fact, the juicy Spanish bark was seen this morning headed in that direction. Till next time, Mr. John. Okay, so the governor gave us some information, kind of gave us a quest. On that, let's visit the tavern. The citizens of Curacao have gathered at the tavern this evening to discuss the latest happenings, including the fact that you received a Dutch letter of marque. Who would you like to talk to? So we can talk to potential crew members here. We can talk to the barmaid. We can talk to this shady guy. I think he's the guy that has secrets. And we can talk to the bartender. So let's start with the crew. Despite the booming economy, an adventurous band of 22 men offers to join your current crew of 40. So we can either accept them or not. Since we're starting out, we want to grow our crew a little bit. We can hold up to 75 on this sloop we have. So we'll say, welcome aboard, mates. And remember, the more crew you have, the quicker they're going to consume your food. And the more you have to split your plunder to keep them happy, to keep from mutinying. So let's go talk to the guy in the corner, a shady guy here. A mysterious traveler offers to sell you part of a secret map showing you the location of the pirate Steed Bonnet's buried treasure for 200 gold. Let's take it. 200 seems reasonable. So this is going to be somewhere on land. We can see the shore here, and then it's got some points of interest. Landmarks, that's what we call them. Landmarks. And then it says search east of Maracaibo. So we can add this to our things. If we get near Maracaibo, we can land on the land and then try and find this treasure here just northwest of this deserted cabin and south of the geyser. So we're on our way to finding our first secret treasure. Let's talk to the barmaid now. It's rumored that the Hispaniola, bound for Gibraltar, is carrying over 1,000 in gold. I believe she's a Spanish trade galleon, the barmaid whispers. So we get some rumors here. There's a ship. And we can see where its trade or travel route is. And so we can go and attack that and see if we want to get 1,000 gold on here. So this game is pretty open-ended. It lets you kind of pick and choose how you want to do this. Have you been introduced to the governor's daughter? They say she's a real beauty. So all he tells us about is the governor's daughter. Again, if you talk to the governors and you increase your ranking and reputation with the nation, you'll get introduced to their daughters, and you can court them and potentially wed them to, again, strengthen your relationship with a particular nation. Alright, so we don't have anything to trade. We're going to go after some of those Spanish targets rather than working on trade right now. We're just going to plunder for this playthrough. And our ship is in perfect repair. Let's see if we consult with him. Yeah, he says we have chain shot, grape shot, offers to upgrade your ship with cotton sails. Unfortunately, you need 500 gold. So he's willing to give us an upgrade. We don't have enough gold for it on that, but we don't need any repairs right now. So that's fine.